Hey, what's going on, Hammer fan? Welcome back to HammeredHead. Today we got a couple winners out of the Star Wars Rebels collection. It's Wullffwarro and Wookiee Warrior. Wullffwarro, I want to say, was like the chief of that Wookiee tribe that was enslaved by the Empire, and then there's just like a generic Wookiee Warrior. There weren't a huge amount of figures in the Rebels collection, and they're all like pretty much 5 POA guys, but we got a few different characters that we didn't necessarily get in any other line. Wullffwarro, I guess, being one of them. He looks pretty okay in there. I like the packaging. It's always nice to see some of the Star Wars Rebels figures, because they don't really get a whole lot of love. But a pretty cool card back. Looks like it's taken from the show, or at least made to look like it's from the show. Wullffwarro and Wookiee Warrior. Wullffwarro is a Wookiee leader who, along with his comrades, becomes a powerful ally to Kanan Jarrus and his band of rebel heroes. And a couple of the other sets on the back here. Yeah, so nothing super crazy about these guys. But it's nice to have a few badass Wookiees to put in the collection. So let's open them up and take a closer look. And here we have them. They do look a little cartoony, which I guess kind of matches their appearance in the show. But it's, you know, a little bit jarring compared to a lot of other Wookiees that we get. It's not too bad, though. So if we look closely, he's got a pretty good face. It's well defined and is unique. You know, this is Wullffwarro. It's not like they just copied Chewbacca and repainted him or something. Like, this is definitely a different Wookiee. So I like that. He's got a few different colors in his hair, some nice designs on his mouth, and his eyes look fierce, as it were. And nothing crazy on the back. He's got a cool armband, which is nice. And of course, these are all just normal, 5 POA. Their heads aren't moving a whole lot, though, because of the sculpt on the fur. And then the feet are really pronounced. They actually put a lot of detail into the toes here. So take that how you will. And here's the Wookiee Warrior. He's also got a little armband. Different design, a lot more subdued. The Wookiee Warrior does look a little bit more like Chewbacca, I guess, but he's still, again, distinct. So you could have a bunch of all the different Wookiee figures they've had together, and these guys would still, you know, be unique and stand out. This guy's feet aren't quite as nice, but still good. And again, he does have a little bit of paint differentiation throughout. I definitely think Wullffwarro is the winner of these two figs. He looks a lot bigger. Even though they really are about the same height, he still feels taller because he's a little bulkier. And he's got a little bit more detail going on with his armband and the paint on his fur. But they're both pretty good, and I can't really complain. So there's Wullffwarro and the Wookiee Warrior. I really like Wullffwarro. I think he looks pretty cool. The Wookiee Warrior is kind of whatever. But, you know, they're not really anything to write home about. Not super detailed, definitely not articulated very well at all. But it's nice that we got some of those obscure characters from Rebels. And even if the figures are outdated, Wookiee fans, I think you're going to like having a little more variety in your collections. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page. And don't forget, stay hammered.